as I continue my journey through life, I get to think about a lot of things. Of course, we all do, don't we? Today it was about something that is becoming quite apparent more and more as I draw my awareness to it. And that is noise. The whole damn place is so noisy, isn't it? I mean, really, really noisy. And what do I mean by noise? Well, here's what I see currently, and this is from my own experience and how I'm bringing my own awareness to it and moving forwards. Too much noise is too much overwhelm, too much stress, too much distraction. How do I see this? Well, when, I'm sure you've said there's a lot of things you have probably said, but when you say you're going to lose weight, you're going to get fit, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to get a new job, you're going to get a new partner, blah blah, whatever it is, could be anything, and yet you keep saying the same thing over and over. It's like the classic yo-yo dieting. You keep saying you want something, but you do something else. You do the same thing over and over. And as Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is a definition of insanity, which it is, isn't it? And yet, as humans, we do it because we do too much thinking. We overthink too much. We've lost the ability or the awareness to feel our intuition. Our intuition is always right, but we ignore it in favour thinking or overthinking instead of it. So we don't listen to our bodies anymore, don't listen to feeling. And I don't mean feelings of fear and anxiety and frustration and overwhelm and resentment. Those feelings are a result of wrong thought, thinking, overthinking, not taking action and just wallowing in it. Done that. But we know it doesn't serve. So this is what I propose. I invite you to think about, invite you to consider, is that if you're saying you want to achieve something and yet you're not doing it and you keep doing the same actions that have kept you stuck, I'll ask you to consider that you might just be doing too much. Anytime we are repeating the same thing over and over is because we're overwhelmed. We're creating stress or threat. So that switches our thinking part of the brain off for prefrontal cortex. It's the newest part of the brain. But as soon as we go into a threat or stress, any amount of it, it'll switch that part off, switch the other part on, the fight or flight. What we did the last time to make us feel good, feel safe, even if it's for a few minutes before the guilt kicks in. So, if that's happening to you, you're trying to do one thing, but you're doing something else, then there's too much noise in your life. There's too much distraction. There's too much overwhelm. So just consider that for a second. What can be done about it? Well, the first thing is to stop. Think about where your priorities lie, because there's no such thing as not enough time. There's only incorrect priorities, right? I mean, we've all got the same 168 hours in a week. If we're averaging 40-hour week working weeks, some more, some less, of course, that's just an average. If we're going to overestimate our sleep, which should be 8 hours, of course, but never is, which is 56 hours, that leaves 72 hours a week. 72 hours to decompress, to create space to breathe, not to cram more in. Because when we cram more in, we stress ourselves out and do the same thing over and over. And the greatest thing gift that you've got for yourself is to look after yourself, your health. Value yourself. Most people don't. Most people put everybody else before themselves in case they're judged, or they don't feel good enough to do it. Of course, that's bullshit, of course. But there we go. Create time to decompress, to create space for yourself, to prepare food for yourself, to nourish your body, to honor your body, to respect yourself enough, to feed yourself the good stuff, to feel good, to drop the few pounds. Exercise, move. We're built to move. There's plenty of space and time in that day. 72 hours, remember. Only need 1 hour a day. Not even 1 hour a day to exercise. Not even 1 hour a day to prepare food, to nourish our bodies, to do stuff. We have time, and yet we create enough noise, distraction, not to do it. Why? More often it's because not to take responsibility for our own actions. We'll say, oh, I'm too busy to do that, because otherwise we have to take responsibility. We have to man up or woman up. We have to agree and recognise that we're doing things that would make us feel shame or guilt. But there's no shame or guilt unless we choose it. So instead of making excuses or reasons, you've got time. Forget about the judgment, forget about the story as to why, just get it done. You are enough. If there's too much noise in your life, stop. Think about how you're spending these extra hours and see what is important beyond your own health. Let me know. Take care. See you later.